I didn't know about him. And he got so inspired, he happened to be restoring certain chapel in one village in Slovakia. And he carved the name there. And this is, as far as I know, the first time the name Slovenica is on the Slovak. And if we take lesson from history and we return to our original terminologies, and we don't allow ourselves to be confused with names like Slova, but stick to the Sloveni and Slovenica, then suddenly we will have a very important position in Europe and in the world. Otherwise we will be quarreling with Czechs, with Russians, with Slovenes here, Slovaks there. We will never understand. And that's what was the typical characteristic of the last 200 years of Slavic studies. The terminology got so confused that nobody knows what he's talking about. But when the ambassadors of Rastislav and Svetopluk came to Carihrad, they knew exactly who they were. Mi Sloveni ne postačali.
Ko so poslanci Rastislava in Svetopluka prišli v Bizanc v 862, so točno vedeli, čigavi so, in so rekli, mi Sloveni postačali.
And here we end the last picture. This is the castle which I started, Spisky Castle. There are the Tatra mountains. And from that castle you would go left through south. You come to Galmus. And it is the zenith of the sun every day. And it is called in a Dravidian word. And that's why I would sort of try to persuade eventually Slovak academics that Sloveni here, Sloveni there, up north of the Danube, should think about having a university where they would be teaching Tamil.
Da bi morali Sloveni tu in Sloveni na severnem delu Donave, čevolkaj Donave, imeti posebno katedro za učenje tamilščine.
Because there are the roots of Sloven and of Slovenica.
Ker je ta jezik, oziroma ti jeziki so izvor Slovenov in Slovenika.
I think, you see, I could continue with many things, but let's leave time for questions, yes?
Zdaj si pa želi vaše vprašanje. Lahko prosim samo vprašanja v slovenščini, pa bomo skup prevedli, da ne bo vse pomešano, da ne boste imeli samo angliškega dialoga.
Ja, jaz sem želel vprašati, torej sprejemljivo mi je to predavanje za obdobje, ki ga bom predstavil, 4000 ali koliko let nazaj pred kriznostnim vrstom. Vprašanje pa imam na to, torej Dravidi, ki bi naj živeli na področju Indije, kdaj so prišli tja, torej kdaj so prišli tja in kako so prišli tja, to je eno vprašanje. Kdaj? Ja, kdaj? Torej koliko let so že bili tam?
This is indicated by the Yantar trade, amber trade, which everybody, this is one interesting thing which Europeans do not disagree. It is the oldest long-distance trade, and it goes somewhere to the end of the 4th millennium BC or early 3rd millennium BC. So there is the beginning.
Odkot so pa prišli v Indijo, mislim, v Indijo? Odkot?
From where did they come?
From the Middle East. From the Eastern Mediterranean, through Aegean Sea, through the Saloniki.
The question is Greeks. Where are they coming from? They are coming from India or elsewhere?
Oh yes, from India, because as I said, India was originally, if you go 3000 years BC, India is Dravida. Dravida, like Tamil.
Indija je bila več čas dravitska.
Yes.
Tamilska.
Tamil represents Dravida people. Tamil is one of the 4 Dravida languages. And those were the languages of India. There was no Sanskrit, there were no Hindi, no Bengali, no Bhojpuri, no Punjabi.
Nobenih drugih jezikov takrat ni bilo kot tamilščina, pa še tisti tamilski oziroma dravitski jeziki.
Potem pa še drugo vprašanje. Mnogi viri poročajo o preselitvi, to je te belopoltecizacije za severnega pola 10.000, 20.000 in 30 let nazaj po obdobju zaledenitev, torej da se je preselilo na območje Evrope in Azije. Kaj on o tem meni?
Kdo je bil ta?
Mnogi viri poročajo o preseljevanju te belopoltecizacije severnega pola v teh ledenitvah.
Ice Ages? 3,000, 20,000, 10,000 years. Because they came from northern pole.
Our history is so short, it has nothing to do with ice ages, because ice ages were so far back that Europe, Africa, Middle East were more or less they are today. Small changes could have been there, here and there. But ice age was too far back. It didn't play any role in our history. We are too short. 4,000 years BC is only 6,000 years from now. There was no ice age.
Today, you are more realistic in this sense to concentrate on this period.
Yes, we cannot go beyond this period because India didn't exist as such, as we know, as a cultured country, yes?
Pravi, da vprašanje je bilo, ko ste slišali 10, 20, 30 tisoč let, da naj bi bil izvor bele civilizacije, ampak tukaj se ukvarjamo z obdobjem 4000 let pred našim štetjem in je to...
What I am saying, since the world 4,000 years BC was more or less the way it is today. We know that, for instance, those winds, you know, if you remember the winds, I said, if they didn't meet the boats in the Red Sea, then they couldn't sail. Today, men with a similar kind of primitive boat would not be able to sail. This tells you the conditions are.
Torej, tudi vetrovi iz tistega afriškega roga še danes so podobne razmere, zato v tem obdobju lahko govorimo o podobnem stanju.
The computer age tends to shorten the time. Everything is easy. You push the button and you are in the line.
Računalniška doba skrajšuje čas in se vam zdi, da ko pritisnete gumb.
And then fantastic constructs come out.
In iz tega pride do fantastičnih takšnih domislekov in zgodovina ni bila taka.
Go to Syracuse in Sicily, for instance, in the spa, where the Romans built beautiful spa, and look at the people there, look at the animals that they have there, look at the bikini that the women have, and you realize the Romans saw Africa more or less the way I saw it when I went to Africa first time.
Pojdite v Sirakuze, v toplice, pogledajte si tiste stare, pogledajte si mozaike in boste videli bikinije, živali in boste videli, da so Rimljani gledali na Afriko približno tako, kot je on gledal na Afriko, ko je prišel v Južno Afriko.
Dobro, potem po njegovem ni pomembno ali pa ni bilo civilizacije na kontinentu Mu, na kontinentu Lemurnija in Atlantida. Kaj je on o tem meni?
Kontinent Mu, Lemur.
Lemuria, this is a Dravidian construct. It was the Dravidians who came up with this, yes.
Dežela Mu je dravidski konstrukt, oziroma njihovo poimenovanje.
Because it is known in South India, and if you compare Malabar with Kerala, with Calabar, so you feel like as if Indian continent shifted westwards. You see, it didn't shift. But land on the eastern side disappeared underwater, and land on the western side built up. There is a deposition and there is a erosion.
Indijski kontinent ima to lastnost, da se je na zahodu se povečeval zaradi nalaganja, na vzhodu se pa obratno.
East is disappearing and west is building up.
Vzhod je izgubljal, zahod se je gradil in je to dravidski koncept premikanja, zdelo se je, kot da se kontinent premika.
And there are cities on the eastern Coromandel coast.
Coromandel. Indija Coromandel.
Yeah, India.
Torej na vzhodni obali Coromandel so bila mesta.
They can prove that there are obviously stones from buildings in the sea. The divers can find them. Because
potapljači lahko najdejo kamne od bivših mest.
Because the sea has eaten the coast and the cities fell into the sea.
Ker je morje erodiralo obalo in so mesta padla v morje.
When people realize, oh, there are cities in the sea, so there must have been maybe continent, maybe Lemuria. But this is a wonderful construct of the early
da je to mogoče bil cel kontinent, da je bila to Lemurija, ampak...
Sorry?
That's it, it's the realistic...
It's something what builds up, you know, if you will find something in Adriatic, so you will speculate, was there an island in Adriatic? And maybe Adriatic just eroded and left something behind.
Dobre, hvala po dovolj.
Yeah. Any other question?
Mene zanima, odkot izvira beseda slovo. In ali je možno, da beseda slovenec pomeni slovenec tisti, ki uporablja slovo.
Slovo,
the one who uses the word, slovo, word is the
Slovo, this is a Dravida word.
To je dravidska beseda.
And that's why it appears in the name Sloveni, the worshippers of the long-haired god. Venian, Veni means long hair, and Slovo means worshipper.
What means slovo itself?
Slovo means praise, worship.
Slovo, častiti, moliti.
Slaviti.
And because we are worshippers of that God,
in ker častimo tega Boga,
that word is in our name, Sloveni. He happened to be long-haired, Venian. Therefore, those who worship him are Sloveni.
To so tisti, ki so ga častili, slavili, Sloveni. If you can explain why is it not the word slovo, slov?
Slovo would come independent developments. I am giving you the origin of it. Yeah? In Dravida languages it exists, and we have made of it number of other forms.
But are you against the explanation or thesis that it's about word itself, word, slovo, beseda, slovo, word? Word, je slovo. So those who use words.
Who use the word. Yes, yes, the same.
Yeah, but
it's the root of the word slovo.
Yeah, but slovo is in Sloveni.
Je povezano, da slovo pomeni uradno besedo. Uradno zapisano besedo slovo. Nekako uradno, formalno. In če tam pomeni častiti, to dvoje izvodno lahko bilo povezano.
It could be connected in both your opinions.
Yes.
Word and phrase.
It's like, let's say, Latin verbum. You can find it in many different proverbium, many different forms, but it is the essence of it is the Latin verbum.
Latinski verbum se tudi najde v različnih pregovorih in uporabah.
But we shouldn't take the liberty in fantasizing about the word itself. Let's stick to the historical evidence. And that historical evidence is connecting the word, connecting with those people who worship the long-haired God. And for this reason, they got the name Sloveni. And their land became Sloveni camp. Slovensko.
Končno prihaja prislov slov.
How do we write it? S-L-O. Sorry?
I forgot from where comes this slow.
So is an Indian word which means to worship, to praise God. When you worship God or you praise, in Dravida they would use the word slow. No? Any other?
Če ne, se zahvaljujem profesorju dr. Cyrilu Hromniku, ki nam je na čisto nov način predstavil, kakšna je starejša zgodovina Slovencev in Slovakov. In kako je mogoče z vse večjim poznavanjem različnih narodov in ljudstev, kar je v njemu omogočeno čisto iz nekega drugega pogleda, z drugega konca sveta, z povezavo, s primerjavo različnih sestavin iz materialne, družbene in duhovne kulture, skozi čas predstaviti naše bivanje tukaj 3000 let pred našim štetjem, da ta povezava, kar je nam znano, se veže na Indo-Europejce in Saske, da je starejša in nas povezuje tudi z dravidskimi jeziki in zdravidi. Dravidi niso enotna rasna skupina in vsebujejo različna ljudstva od temnopoltih do čisto svetlopoltih, kar kaže na to, da so se posamezne skupine ljudi ali selile, ali pa so se prenašale kulturne sestavine v času in šele sedaj, ko je na voljo toliko različnih možnosti za različne poznavanje različnih virov, se nam odkriva možnost, da bomo našo zgodovino bolje poznali. Moram pa reči, ta teza, da so Veni dolgolasci ni tako iztrte izvita, kajti Langobardi pomeni dolgobranci ali Rusi pomeni rdečelasci. Skratka, po značilnosti izgleda so se ljudstva tudi poimenovala. Tako so prišli tudi priimki, naprimer v italijanščini Mori in Rosi, kar pomeni Rosi rdečelasci, Mori pa temnolasci. In je tudi priimek zelo razširjen. Skratka, z iskanjem in povezovanjem teh raznih sestavin si bomo, mislim, s časoma uspeli ustvariti eno čisto drugačno sliko v naši preteklosti. Bi pa rada še to dodala, da si tudi v Sloveniji kar nekaj skupin in posameznikov prizadeva oziroma raziskuje že dolgo vrsto let našo preteklost, ki je drugačna od uradne zgodovine in upam, da bo ta zgodovina počasi prodrla tudi v akademske kroge, tako kot počasi prodira na Slovaškem, kajti gradiva je že toliko zbranga, da bi bilo mogoče že postaviti neke nove teze, da smo mi staroselci ali da je to autohtonistična teorija, nasproti tisti priselitveni. Zato se še enkrat zahvaljujem Univerzi na Primorskem, da je pokazala to odprtost in omogočila tudi na tako predavanje, ki je drugačno od tistega, kar smo se sami učili in tudi kar še vedno beremo, kar je tudi ena od nalog Univerze, da odpira čisto nova področja, ne samo na tehničnih in poslovnih vedah, ampak tudi na humanističnih in tudi zgodovinskih in etnoloških. In hvala tudi za prevajanje Babiču, ki je tako egzaktno prevajal ne tako enostavnega besedila, kot je prikaz preteklosti Slovencev in Slovenov. Hvala lepa za vašo udeležbo in upam, da bo še kakšno predavanje na to temo v Kopru in da bojo s časoma tudi raziskave bolj organizirano tekle v tej smeri.
In komentar, prvi komentar, tvoj?
Ne, je nov pogled, ker meni odpira popolnoma to povezavo, da je nekaj popolnoma novo, je treba vzeti v obzir ta vidik, to je fantastično, je pa, da je bilo danes tu in da je to, da dela on profesionalno in